How are we going, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. I've got an album review for you. It's finally arrived. The Deceivers by Daath. Let's take the booklet out of the CD. I think that artwork is awesome, and I like how it's tying in with the original albums. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you know I've been waiting for this album for ages. I'm a big fan of the band. If you are new to the channel, if this is your first video watching, welcome aboard. But if you look in the description, I did a retrospective on the band, so I'll go through the first 3 albums in there. And I did an interview about a week ago with E.L. Levy, the guitarist in the band, so watch that as well. Both are in the description for you. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this album. It's been a long time coming, and hopefully the band is now going to get the credit they deserve. They got a little sticker here. Lauded experimental death metal band, Daath has emerged from its 13-year hiatus with a new album. Guest appearances, amongst others, Jeff Loomis, Arch Enemy. Nevermore. Jeff Loomis from Nevermore. Mark Hellicum from Periphery. Dean Lamb from Archsphere, and Pierre Nilsson from Scar Cemetery. So yeah, pretty much every song on this has got like a guest solo on there. Yeah, it opens up. I mean, this album is amazing. It's a masterpiece. Just giving you the headline straight out the gate. This is the album the band's always had the potential of making, and now they've come back and basically vindicated themselves. Quite frankly, we discussed this the other day in the interview, but the band never quite got where they should have gone. And you know, as EL says, he thinks they should have stuck at it and give it one more album, and that would have broken through. They quit too early. Who knows? What happened at the end of the day. But I think the band's lack of success, shall we say, is more to do with metal audiences than it has anything else. But yeah, they're back, and hopefully this is the start of a new era from them. So we got a slightly new lineup as well. Should we go through that quickly before we get into the music? We go through this as well. You've got the drummer from Septic Flesh. I mean, you're not going to have any slouch drumming with them. And I think Septic Flesh as well have got, I don't know, it seemed Behemoth get all the credit for what Septic Flesh do. They kind of nicely mix death metal and black metal with the whole orchestration thing, but a bit more tastefully than like your Dimmu Borgir of the world. And yeah, you've got Raphael Trujillo on guitar, Krimpf, whose name's Kirim Lichner on drums. It's the guy from Septic Flesh. Obviously, E.L. Levy has always been in the bands, back on guitars and songwriting. You've got Sean Zatarsky on vocals. He did the last 2 albums. He's been doing a few other projects in the meantime as well. Jesse Zuretti on guitar with orchestration and synthesizers. He's been quite a bit as well. Binary Code. What else has he done? Oh, he's played a bit with Amorphis as well. And then last but not least, on the bass, we've got David. Oh, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to butcher that name. So he was in. Hold on, there was someone in the band I saw was in Obscura as well, I believe. But who was that? I've got to look it up now. Yeah, Raphael Trujillo was in Obscura. So yeah, cool lineup. And Daath never quite. It's their strength and their weakness really, because people didn't quite know where to put them. But basically, look, all of your favourite albums, some point are in the mixing pot. You know, everything from death metal, from technical death metal to, you know, there's loads of melodies and hooks in there as well. They do have an orchestration side to their sound as well, but it's sort of there in the background. It's not overpowering. And what would normally be like a leading riff will be like a piece of orchestration running through it as well, and that's the hook of the song. A little bit of industrial in there as well, especially in terms of atmosphere rather than the sound. But they don't mind dipping their toe in anything when it suits. They're a band that the song goes where the song needs to go, and it's dark and atmospheric, and it's all just beautifully interwoven. And there's parts of here that, you know, one minute I'm thinking of Symbolic by Death, another I might be thinking of Fear Factory, then I'm thinking of Sabotage, like Hall of the Mountain King. This is kind of like, say if a death metal band covered a bunch of songs, like re-recorded that album in a death metal style, you kind of have Daath in that way. But yeah, it opens up with No Rest, No End, which opens with like this nice solemn sort of clean riff before exploding into life. Lots of melodic shredding, and like I say, there's a lot of thing with the orchestration. The synthesizer bit sounds like orchestra, and it's a bit of synthesizer as well, but you know what I'm getting at. It's a nice finishing touch, and it's not overpowering. Some people just blast it in, and it just takes over everything. But the riff, that sort of it goes that like that's the main, goes in the background of the main chorus, and it's like an orchestra playing, but that ends up being the earworm. Hex Undead, is that what it is? Sorry, Hex Unending. It's got like a massive big groove in the middle of it. It's awesome. Ascension kicks off nicely with these amazing drums that we mentioned earlier. The orchestration as well. It's yeah, the orchestration again takes a sort of place of like the main riff, so that's the main sort of hook to it. But yeah, the first 3 songs, they've made videos for all 3 of them, and they're all awesome. With Ill Desire, it's got this big majestic chorus as well. It carries the whole thing. Everything, it all lines up, and then in the chorus it all just comes together to this big majestic chorus. It's just absolutely sublime. Silent Foray as well, big grooves on that one. Haunting Sifs, the I move like a serpent on the chorus, awesome. The that's the thing as well with the orchestrations as well. It's just haunting and dark and atmospheric. It's awesome. But do you know what? The last 2 songs, it's awesome up until this point, and then what a climax the last 2 songs are. Deserving of the Grave and Into Forgotten Dirt. I mean, Deserving of the Grave has this beautiful but dark, it kind of brings to mind like this haunted ball, if you know what I mean. I think of like this majestic theatre with these, you know, Victorian people dancing, but they're all ghosts. That's the best way I can describe it. But yeah, got this beautiful haunting sort of orchestration bit that leads just before the main chorus, or sort of bridge to the chorus. It starts out all metal and that, but then it goes into this beautiful clean bit. Beautiful guitars on that one as well, like clean guitars, and then just kicks into this massive groove afterwards. It's fucking awesome. And then Into Forgotten Dirt as well, the last track. Talk about saving the best for last. It's it just, I know epic sort of gets thrown around, but it's a big epic majestic finish to the album. And yeah, when the orchestra kicks in, that dun 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 dun, and then it's just dun 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 underneath it all. It just builds up and builds up, and then just falls down, boom, and then just leaves you there, and it's thinking, what the hell did I just listen to? And I got the album a couple of weeks ago as an advanced download, and like I say, I was looking forward to it anyway, but I wasn't expecting how good this album's going to be. This is going to catch a lot of people off guard, and hopefully as well, this grabs a bunch of new people and they go back and listen to the old albums. But people that have been listening to the old albums and banging on about how underrated they are for the last 13 years, we're going to be vindicated, and yeah, we're going to be. Basically, we've got what we've want. This is the album we were waiting for. This is the one we knew that they were capable of making, and then they've come back with it. So this is a masterpiece, folks. I don't know really how to overstate it, or, you know, I'm not exaggerating. This is a beautifully crafted, interwoven, fantastic slice of modern metal. It's absolutely brilliant. Contender for album of the year. It's really, I'm serious. It's got to be a bloody good album that's going to be beating this on the top spot. So yeah, Daath, The Deceivers. Go out and get it. It's a must-have. Totally worth your time. And you know where to get it. I mean, I got this on Amazon. It's on Metal Blade, so it's going to be easy to get hold of. But what I will do, so I'll put a link to my retrospective. I'll put a link to my interview with E.L. Levy. That was really good. It was great talking to him. But what I'll do as well, I'm going to put a link to the band's Bandcamp, because they released a couple of singles off this in advance, but they've done a really good cover of The Philosopher by Daath, and the band really do put their own stamp on it. It's a really good cover. Faithful, but it's Daath flavoured. And yeah, well, they should have stuck this on as a bonus track. But I'll put that in the link as well for you to check out. So yeah, thanks for watching, folks. And I know I've been quiet lately. I'm just doing a lot of listening. I'm working on a retrospective at the moment, so that'll come out soon enough. And I've got a couple of different retrospectives I'm working on. So I'm doing a lot of listening, but not reporting at the moment. But before you know it, a bunch of content will come out, and you'll see soon. So have a good weekend, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.